Well, good afternoon, and welcome to the 26th CASNR Salute to Graduate Ceremony. My name is Tiffany Hang Moss, and I have the honor of serving as the Interim Dean for the College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources. To the graduates and their families, I extend congratulations on behalf of the college. Today is a day of celebrating and recognizing the achievements of our graduates. It's not only a very special time for our graduates and their families, but also for the faculty and staff in the college. We have had the pleasure of getting to know this amazing group of students, the opportunity to help them discover their unique strengths and talents, and witness firsthand their development as leaders and professionals. As you will hear today, when the graduates are recognized, this is a very talented group, and they have diverse career interests. Their career interests range from food security to wildlife biology to natural resources and environmental studies to plant and animal systems to microbiology, forensic science, and biochemistry to agricultural economics, agribusiness, and entrepreneurship, to leadership, education, communication, hospitality, restaurant, and tourism management, and last but not least, PGA golf management. Their accomplishments are as diverse as their career interest. For example, our students have had the opportunity to travel to another part of the world to extend their learning beyond Nebraska. Others have had the chance to participate in the campus-based research. In fact, some can even be Googled as an author on a scholarly publication. And still others have donated their time and talent to community engagement. Many of our students have also had experiential learning and internship opportunities, which have prepared them to be career ready. Despite these differences, all CASNR graduates share at least one common element, and that is that their degrees are grounded in the sciences and the application of their science to solve problems and to create opportunities. Today we have the honor of recognizing two of our graduates as the recipients of the CASNR Spirit Award. The CASNR Spirit Award was established in 2015 to pay tribute to each graduating class by honoring a CASNR student or students that embody the ethics, integrity, and the values of a CASNR degree. Our graduating students are optimistic and self-confident with a strong sense of their roles and responsibilities as global citizens. They have a strong sense of their role as community members and are willing to be engaged. They are the dreamers, the doers, and the difference makers who will go on to make our world a better place for future generations. I am pleased to announce Taylor Carlberg and Taylor Loftall as the co-recipients of the CASNR Spirit Award for May and August classes of 2018. Will these two individuals please join me up on stage? All right, so Taylor Carlberg's nominator wrote this about her. Taylor embodies the best of the CASNR spirit, and I can't think of a better person. For Taylor, teammates gave her the extra support that she needed in her life, and now she gives back in a big way by serving as a mentor for the William H. Thompson Scholars Learning Community, being involved with the Teammates Mentoring Program, and serving as an inspirational speaker to youth across the state. Her goal is to motivate others to serve their community. Taylor is a model of the spirit of caring. She is empathetic and a super achiever. She certainly exemplifies the CASNR spirit for which this award was created. Please help me in congratulating Taylor. Taylor Loftall's nominator wrote, as a Susan Buffett Scholarship recipient, a member of the William H. Thompson's Learning Community, and a Regent Scholarship recipient, Taylor sees these as reasons to take full advantage of her opportunities at UNL and to give back in every way possible. In her years here, she has left every class, every connection, and every contact better than what it was before her presence. Taylor has consistently achieved high academic status and has been the recipient of many awards. Additionally, she makes time to give back to her community by serving as a Lincoln Literacy English tutor. She is a frequent speaker throughout campus and also in the community because of her inspirational story. Taylor epitomizes the spirit of CASNR by setting high standards for herself, serving UNL and her community, and being a role model and mentor to many. She is kind, compassionate, dedicated, and willing to go above and beyond. Taylor is truly a servant leader. She is the kind of student who shows up and knows how to make the world a better place. Please help me in congratulating Taylor. An inscribed brick will be placed in Legacy Courtyard to honor these two students and to pay tribute to our May and August graduating classes. Having a brick in Legacy Courtyard is a wonderful way to leave a lasting legacy on East Campus. Many of our students today are graduating with honors, and we would like to take a moment to recognize their accomplishments. Students graduating with distinction have achieved a cumulative GPA of 3.8 to 3.849. Would those students who are graduating with distinction please stand and be recognized? Students graduating with high distinction have achieved a cumulative GPA of 3.85 to 3.919. Would those students please stand and be recognized? Students graduating with highest distinction have achieved a cumulative GPA of 3.92 to 4.0 and have completed an undergraduate senior thesis. Would those students please stand so that we can recognize you for your outstanding academic achievements? Some of our graduates here today have participated in the University Honors Program during their collegiate careers. Would those students who have completed the Honors Program please stand at this time? Chancellor Scholars are students who have received an A on all of their graded coursework at UNL. Would Madeline Koning and Emma Winters please stand and be recognized at this time? Finally, we recognize that each of our graduates has their unique talents and gifts. They have each overcome their own set of challenges and leveraged the opportunities that they have been provided. We are so very proud of each of you. Would all of our graduates please stand now so that we can jointly congratulate you? Excellent. It is now my distinct pleasure to introduce Dr. Ron Yoder, who is our Senior Associate Vice Chancellor for the Institute of Agriculture and Natural Resources.
Thank you, Tiffany. And thank all of you for being here today. Parents, family members, friends, we're very glad you could join us. The Institute of Agriculture and Natural Resources is about people, and about the food, water, and natural resources that sustain all of us. with the innovation in research and discovery, teaching and learning, extension and engagement. This places Nebraska at the leading edge of food production, environmental stewardship, and human nutrition, business development, youth development, and youth engagement. INR is composed of the College of Agricultural Sciences and Natural Resources, of which all of you will receive your degree today, the Agricultural Research Division, the College of Education and Human Sciences, and 3 departments in that college, of which the extension and research components are part of our institute. All of us in the institute are committed to growing the future of Nebraska's people, businesses, farms, ranches, and communities. So now, let's recognize this year's, the May 2018 graduates of CASNR. As each graduate is introduced, they will be congratulated on stage by Interim CASNR Dean Tiffany Hang-Moss, who you've just met, Alyssa Dorr, the Vice President of the CASNR Alumni Association, and a representative of the graduates' degree program. Tiffany, Alyssa, will you please join me on stage? We will begin with the students who will be graduating with degrees in environmental science. Dr. Dave Goslin, Program Director, will represent this degree program. I ask that you, the audience, please hold your applause until all the students from each academic unit have been recognized. Thank you.
Alexis Lawrence is from Omaha, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Environmental Studies. Alexis plans to intern for Kiewit's Vice President of Environmental, then plans to attend graduate school in the fall of 2019. Alexis' greatest accomplishment was being part of ASUN's Environmental Sustainability Committee, where she made it easy and available for RSOs to host zero-waste events.
Emily Reef is from Deadwood, South Dakota, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Environmental Studies. Emily plans to work for the U.S. Forest Service and pursue a master's degree. Emily's greatest accomplishment was doing research and working with the Environmental Studies faculty. Congratulations to all who are graduating with an Environmental Studies degree.
Dr. Larry Van Tassel, head of the Department of Agricultural Economics, will greet the graduates from that program.
Henry Oftenkamp is from North Platte, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Economics. Henry plans to start a full-time position with Lansing Trading Group as a merchandiser in the training program. Henry's greatest accomplishment was working in the athletic department as a student equipment manager, where he worked with several varsity sports teams.
Robert Baldwin, Jr. is from Wharton, Maryland, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. Robert plans to pursue a full-time career as well as farm with his family. Robert's greatest accomplishment was getting to meet new people and build lasting relationships while earning a degree in agriculture.
Kurt Birkin is from Blue Hill, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. Kurt plans to start employment with Sechi Agri-Service and Engineering. Kurt's greatest accomplishment was making lifelong relationships, both personally and professionally.
Michaela Clauser is from Seward, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Economics. Michaela plans to attend graduate school at Oklahoma State University in the Master of International Agriculture program. Michaela's greatest accomplishments were her internship at the U.S. Meat Export Federation in Denver and being a member of the UNL livestock judging team.
Brandon Dink is from Cortland, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. Brandon plans to return to the family farm. Brandon's greatest accomplishment was making connections while gaining experiences through internships.
Alex Frericks is from Dalton, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural economics. Alex plans to return to his family's farming and ranching operation. Alex's greatest accomplishment was receiving the Leo Kellett Scholarship and studying abroad in New Zealand.
Mary Kate Gano is from Hickman, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. Mary would like to impact the world in a positive way through agriculture and business. Mary's greatest accomplishment was getting her internship.
Chandler Hambidge is from Arapahoe, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural economics. Chandler plans to go back to Arapahoe and work on the family farm. Chandler's greatest accomplishment was going to most of the Husker games.
Jack Herder is from Omaha, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. Jack plans to start a career in agricultural business. Jack's greatest accomplishment was his NBA internship over the summer of his junior year.
Garrett Jacobson is from Neely, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural economics. Garrett plans on moving to his hometown and working as a real estate appraiser and salesperson for his family's business. Garrett's greatest accomplishment was making the Dean's List and making good friends.
Ethan Johnson is from Holdridge, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural economics. Ethan plans to return to the family farm and cattle operation. Ethan's greatest accomplishment was becoming a member of the Alpha Gamma Rho fraternity.
Kaitlyn Lorenz is from Springfield, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. Kaylee plans to start her position with Gavilon as a merchandising trainee. Kaylee's greatest accomplishment was the friendship she made that will last a lifetime.
Joshua Mcdowell is from Trumbull, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. Joshua plans to move to Colorado Springs and seek employment opportunities that utilize the skills that he has learned in college. Joshua's greatest accomplishment was volunteering for a summer working with youth in Spokane, Washington, with skills that he could only have learned through working for the campus rec.
Daniel New is from Bintulu, Malaysia, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. Daniel plans to work in the United States to gain some experience. Daniel's greatest accomplishment was finally figuring out how the measuring system, Fahrenheit, pounds, and ounces, works in the United States.
Brandon Nichols is from Bridgeport, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural economics. Brandon plans to return home to the family operation and help manage the family feed yard. Brandon's greatest accomplishment was becoming a part of the Angler Entrepreneurship Program.
Mitchell Neeson is from Oakland, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. Mitchell plans to work as a loan officer at First Northeast Bank of Tekamah and return home to the farm and get married in December. Mitchell's greatest accomplishment was making lifelong friends and lasting memories.
Sam Ron is from Lincoln, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. Sam plans to begin a full-time employment in the banking industry. Sam's greatest accomplishment was joining the Ag Banking program and gaining valuable experiences in the classroom that he has used in the professional setting.
Mitchell Sawyers is from Doniphan, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. Mitchell plans to work at Archer Credit Union in Central City, Nebraska, as an ag loan officer. Mitchell's greatest accomplishment was his summer 2017 internship through the Nebraska Bankers Association.
Joe Schultz is from Seward, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural economics. Joe plans to work for Farmers Cooperative as well as part-time. Joe's greatest accomplishment was meeting lifelong friends in college.
Scott Smith is from Central City, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural economics. Scott's plans are to continue attending law school at at Nebraska College of Law. Scott's greatest accomplishment was interning for U.S. Senator Ben Sasse in Washington, D.C., and starting law school a year early as part of the 3+3 program.
Stephanie Sparks is from Thornton, Colorado, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Economics. Stephanie plans to move to Decatur, Alabama, to start with Ardent Mills in the Leadership Development Program, specializing in operations. Stephanie's greatest accomplishment was transferring from Wayne State to Kasner without any prior agriculture experiences, working for 2 co-ops and finding her passion for the grain industry.
Shelby Strong is from Wilcox, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Economics. Shelby plans to begin her 2-year journey of becoming an RDH at the Central Community College Dental Hygiene Program in Hastings. Shelby's greatest accomplishment, with the support of Kasner and her Thompson Scholars, was the ability to study abroad 3 times during her 4 years at Kasner.
Elizabeth Taunton is from Ord, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Economics. Elizabeth plans to travel to Washington, D.C., and her internship with the National Corn Growers Association. Elizabeth's greatest accomplishment was branching out to other organizations that expanded and challenged her perception of how others view issues that we all face.
Whitney Velasek is from Palmer, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Economics. Whitney plans to attend graduate school starting this summer. Whitney's greatest accomplishment was studying abroad and gaining firsthand an understanding of how agriculture works in a foreign country.
Tom Waldo is from DeWitt, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Economics. Upon graduation, Tom will be beginning a career in the agricultural aviation business. Tom's greatest achievement was being part of the Alpha Gamma Rho fraternity and a member of Mortar Board.
Evan Weiss is from Grand Island, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agribusiness. Evan plans to take a gap year to work in the legal field or in policy and apply to law school this fall. Evan's greatest accomplishment was having the opportunity to spend 2 years as a member of the CASNR Student Advisory Board. Congratulations to all of the students graduating with a degree in agricultural business and agricultural economics.
Dr. Mark Balschweid will greet the students from the Agricultural Leadership, Education, and Communications program.
Sophia Bailey is from Lincoln, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Arts degree in Hospitality, Restaurant, and Tourism Management. Sophia plans to pursue a full-time job in the hotel and tourism industry. Sophia's greatest accomplishment was completing her 400-hour management internship in less than 3 weeks. Excuse me, let's make that 8 weeks.
Blake Barwick is from Juniata, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education. Blake plans to teach basic cabinetry and introduction to manufacturing and welding at Hastings High School. Blake's greatest accomplishment was switching to agricultural education and finding a lot of success.
Katie Caldwell is from Edgar, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education and a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Katie plans to teach agriculture education at Bloomfield Public Schools and farm with her husband after getting married in July. Katie's greatest accomplishment was graduating debt-free with a job and meeting some of her best friends while also her future husband while living in Burr Hall.
Shelby Kamek is from DeWitt, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural and Environmental Sciences Communication. Shelby plans to start as the new Director of Marketing and Sales in June for Sampson, LLC in Columbus, Nebraska. Shelby's greatest accomplishment was showing Dr. Waller the art of hands-free teaching as his teaching assistant this spring.
Taylor Carlberg is from Johnson Lake, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Arts degree in Hospitality, Restaurant, and Tourism Management. Taylor plans to work as guest services coordinator at a country club in Omaha. Taylor's greatest accomplishment was traveling to 15 different countries.
Taylor Cooper is from Hayes Center, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education. Taylor plans to teach urban agriculture education at the Omaha Bryan. Taylor's greatest accomplishment was extending her 3-week study abroad in New Zealand 2 extra weeks, renting a car, and driving over 2,000 miles across the country on her own.
Jacob Goldfuss is from O'Neill, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural education. Jacob plans to be the 7th through 12th grade agriculture teacher and FFA advisor at Sandy Creek High School in south central Nebraska. Jacob's greatest accomplishment was meeting his best friends and graduating with a full-time job lined up in a progressive and supportive school district.
Casandra Huck is from Bayard, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural and Environmental Sciences Communications. Cassandra plans to start as a program technician for the Farm Service Agency in Scotts Bluff. Cassandra's greatest accomplishment was working with Dr. Luizzo on the Streaming Science, Sun Rays, and Windy Days program.
Rachel Iba is from Sumner, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education. Rachel plans to start graduate school this fall at UNL in the Masters of Applied Science program. Rachel's greatest accomplishment was playing Frogger across Holdridge Street with Meg Kester for pizza multiple times.
Haley Jones is from Bellevue, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Arts degree in Hospitality, Restaurant, and Tourism Management. Haley plans to live in Omaha or Kansas City and pursue a full-time job in a hotel or country club within the hospitality industry. Haley's greatest accomplishment was being able to travel to Augusta, Georgia, and the Masters 2017 tournament.
Morgan Kowaleski is from Gothenburg, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education and a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Morgan plans to teach agriculture education and serve as an advisor to the FFA chapter at Blair High School in Blair, Nebraska. Morgan's greatest accomplishment was the month-long study abroad trip she attended with IANR in Africa.
Kate Likens is from Swanton, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education. Kate plans to work as the agricultural educator and FFA advisor at Southern Valley Schools. Kate's greatest accomplishment was being part of the Engler Entrepreneurship Program. It helped her discover her purpose and taught her to pursue what sets her soul on fire.
Taylor Loftall is from Omaha, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education. Taylor plans to work for new student enrollment this summer and then pursue a Master's in Leadership Education here at UNL. Taylor's greatest accomplishment was applying for leadership knowledge and skills in campus involvements such as NSC and the Innocence Society.
Maggie Louthen is from Smithfield, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education. Maggie plans to work at Broken Bow High School as the agricultural educator and FFA advisor. Maggie's greatest accomplishment was being the second coolest Margaret that has ever worked in the Kasner Dean's office.
Kathryn Mandora is from La Vista, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural and Environmental Sciences Communication. Kathryn plans to start her job as the Public Relations Director for Ag Valley Co-op in Edison, Nebraska. Kathryn's greatest accomplishment was finding a major that she was passionate about after 3 major changes and making the Dean's List while in the AESC program.
Jade Olson is from Hershey, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural and Environmental Sciences Communication. Jade plans to work for Lone Creek Cattle Company selling certified Piedmontese beef in Lincoln, Nebraska. Jade's greatest accomplishment has been learning the ins and outs of starting up a business with the Engler Entrepreneurship Program.
Crescinda Scheidler is from Scotia, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education and a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Crescinda plans to teach middle school and high school agriculture at Arcadia Public Schools. Crescinda's greatest accomplishment was studying abroad in Australia and becoming a Teach Ag intern.
Chelsea Seidel is from Linwood, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Agricultural Education. Chelsea plans to start her full-time position for Dimensions Educational Research Foundation, which is a nature-based learning facility for children. Chelsea's greatest accomplishment was all of the networking opportunities that she received through each course she completed.
Elizabeth Tilges is from Falls City, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural education. Elizabeth hopes to attend graduate school at UNL, obtain a master's in leadership. Elizabeth's greatest accomplishment was teaching an entrepreneurship class for 5th through 12th graders as part of her capstone and gaining good insight of Extension's careers.
Morgan Tramner is from Wilbur, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural education. Morgan plans to explore different employment opportunities. Morgan's greatest accomplishment was her internship with the World Food Prize Nebraska Youth Institute.
Andrea Walk is from Hayes Center, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural and environmental sciences communication. Andrea plans to work full-time for Vivaic, a learning solutions-based company, as a learning designer and live in Lincoln. Andrea's greatest accomplishment was getting her MRS degree 2 weeks before her ALEC degree and not getting a ticket all semester for parking on East Campus meters.
Sara Wallenberg is from Beatrice, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agricultural education. Sara plans to start an agricultural program and FFA chapter at Meridian High School. Sara's greatest accomplishment was the learning that happens outside of the classroom through student teaching, starting a business, and attending agricultural conferences. Congratulations to all of our students who are receiving a degree in agricultural education.
Students being recognized for receiving their degrees from the Department of Agricultural, Agronomy and Horticulture will be welcomed by Dr. Martha Mamo, the Associate Department Head.
Bryant Biscup is from Orleans, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Brian plans to farm upon graduation. Bryant's greatest accomplishment was being a member of the UNL Crops team and Precision Ag team.
Cole Condon is from Creighton, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor's of Science degree in agronomy. Cole plans to work as a commercial applicator, agronomist, and farm on the side. Cole's greatest accomplishment was successfully running his custom haying business through college, which has allowed him to graduate debt-free.
Heath Fink is from Heber, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Heath plans to work for Country Partners Co-op out of the Broken Bow area in agronomy, location, sales, and operations. Heath's greatest accomplishment was meeting a lot of new people and making a lot of connections socially and professionally.
Megan Franklin is from Sugar Grove, Illinois, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in plant biology. Megan plans to attend graduate school at North Carolina State University for a PhD in plant biology. Megan's greatest accomplishment was participating in Horticulture Club and organizing the growing for plant sales.
Kenton Fritzen is from Frankville, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in turf grass and landscape management. Kenton plans to work at Arbor Links Golf Course as the assistant superintendent. His greatest accomplishment was that the program introduced him to professionals in the industry that he will be in touch with throughout his whole career.
Joey Geisler is from Hooper, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Joey plans to spend the summer finding out how the family farm will be managed in the future and find a full-time agronomy position by fall. Joey's greatest accomplishment was playing trombone in the Cornhusker Marching Band for 4 years and making new friends in the ag industry.
Jesse Gull is from Clarkson, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Jesse plans to continue full-time employment with Platte Valley Equipment as a precision ag specialist. Jesse's greatest accomplishment was attaining multiple internships with Dow AgriSciences and Cargill Ag Horizons while receiving real-life sales experiences.
Katie Harrell is from Wahoo, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Katie plans to move to Omaha and work for grain origination for Cargill. Katie's greatest accomplishment was being recognized as UNL's Outstanding Senior in Agronomy by the American Society of Agronomy and becoming a senior counselor for NHRI.
Rihanna Hassan is from Malaysia and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Rihanna plans to start graduate school this summer. Her greatest accomplishment was attending the poster presentation at the Tri-Society meeting in Tampa, Florida.
Benjamin Hintz is from Hebron, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Benjamin plans to intern at Disney World growing vegetables for their restaurants, then complete a year of service with Christ in the City before returning to the farm. Benjamin's greatest accomplishment was his growth as a leader in RSOs that prepared him for life after graduation. Connections from those groups are priceless, he says.
Cassie Mosel is from Myrna, Nebraska, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Cassie plans to begin work as an agronomist in Northeast Nebraska for Servitech, Inc. Cassie's greatest accomplishment was being part of the crops judging team and competing in Oklahoma, Kansas, and most recently at the national contest in Norfolk, Nebraska.
Jennifer Myers is from Sidney, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in plant biology. Jennifer plans to attend graduate school. Jennifer's greatest accomplishment was having her research contribute to a paper that will be published and getting authorship.
Alexander Ott is from Blair, Nebraska, and he is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Alexander plans to work at Helena in Fremont, Nebraska. Alexander's greatest accomplishment was his finance and soils class, which will be helpful into his future after college.
Cecile Renfro is from Lincoln, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in plant biology. Cecile plans to work as a range technician for the U.S. Forest Service in Douglas, Wyoming. Cecile's greatest accomplishment was placing 8th out of 225 students on the undergraduate range management exam at the International Society for Range Management annual meeting.
Aaron Schulting is from Gretna, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Aaron plans to go back to the family farm to help manage the spraying business. Aaron's greatest accomplishment was getting a 4-year degree.
Nicholas Valesky is from North Platte, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in horticulture. Nicholas plans to further his education through graduate school and eventually to work with producers and consumers to develop more sustainable food systems. Nicholas's greatest accomplishment was learning from exceptional teachers, collaborating with motivated peers, and having hands-on learning experiences in research projects.
Paige Walker is from Wayne, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Paige plans to continue slaying her cancer, then fill the rest of her summer traveling before pursuing a career in grain marketing. Paige's greatest accomplishment was joining the agronomy club, where she has been blessed with many friendships and opportunities, like hosting the National SACES Spring Meeting.
Brian Weegis is from Amherst, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Brian plans to start his full-time position as a data technician with Ag Consulting Group in Kearney, Nebraska. Brian's greatest accomplishment was making Dean's List in the fall of 2016 and going to New Zealand on the CASNR Study Abroad program over winter break 2018.
Yu Hao Yan is from China and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Yu Han plans to attend graduate school and work. His greatest accomplishment was joining the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
Alexander York is from Creighton, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in agronomy. Alexander plans on moving back to Northeast Nebraska, where he will be working full-time and assisting management at his family farm. Alexander's greatest accomplishment in college was graduating from Northeast Community College and deciding to continue his education and graduate from UNL. Congratulations to all of our students graduating with a degree in agronomy.
The next degree program recognized will be Animal Science. Dr. Clint Crable, head of the department, will represent this degree program.
Sarah Ash is from Gretna, Nebraska, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Sarah plans to further her education and enter the workforce. Sarah's greatest accomplishment was meeting many new friends with similar and different perspectives.
Allison Bartonslogger is from Lewisburg, West Virginia, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Allison plans to apply to medical school. Allison's greatest accomplishment was being part of an undergraduate research.
Cassandra Carpenter is from Michigan, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Cassandra plans to work in the Live Operations Division of Smart Chicken. Her greatest accomplishment was attending the Midwest Poultry Center of Excellence, where she had amazing hands-on learning and met some awesome people along the way.
Krista Carter is from Alliance, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Krista plans to start a career in data management for Lincoln County Feed Yard following graduation. Krista's greatest accomplishment was participating on a nationally competitive livestock judging team.
Kendra Crossler is from Kearney, Nebraska, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Kendra plans to continue working at Cottonwood Vet Clinic in Kearney and continue to work towards a vet tech and rehabilitation therapy degree. Kendra's greatest accomplishment was applying what she has learned in college into her job at the vet clinic.
Calvin DeVries is from Fairfield, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Calvin plans to start an ag research technician at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln. Calvin's greatest accomplishment was being a member of Alpha Gamma Rho and the livestock judging team.
Jacob Himmelberg is from Lawrence, Nebraska, and he is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Jacob plans to use his degree and knowledge to work in the animal agriculture industry. Jacob's greatest accomplishment was using his knowledge and skills throughout his degree to broaden his perspective through an internship working in the animal agriculture industry.
Heidi Miller is from Lyons, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Heidi plans to attend medical school and eventually return to rural Nebraska to practice as a primary care physician. Heidi's greatest accomplishment was traveling to Australia on a study abroad where she learned about differing agricultural practices, cultures, and formed lasting friendships.
Brigitte Rattay is from Connecticut, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Brigitte plans to start a full-time position with Cargill as an operations manager associate in their beef processing facility in Fresno, California. Her greatest accomplishment was the friends and professional connections that she made here at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
Kyle Reagan is from O'Neill, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Kyle plans to obtain a career in animal production or agricultural sales. Kyle's greatest accomplishment was meeting the friends and colleagues that helped him form his networking circle.
Katrina Santiago is from Miami, Florida, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Katrina plans to manage and run Pasture to Table, a sustainable farming operation that will be based out of Lincoln. Katrina's greatest accomplishment is graduating as a student athlete with Big Ten honors.
Lauren Teets is from Ramona, California, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Lauren plans to work at Mitchell Valley Animal Hospital in Mitchell, Nebraska for a year and then apply to vet school. Lauren's greatest accomplishment was being a member of the Husker equestrian team and competing all over Colorado, Wyoming, and Kansas.
Jane Warner is from Grand Island, Nebraska, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Jane plans to work at the Highline Cooperative Inc. in Grant, Nebraska as an office manager. Jane's greatest accomplishment was attaining her pilot's license and creating a strong network of relationships.
Emma Winters is from Omaha, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Emma plans to serve in the AmeriCorps as a literacy tutor for the year starting in the fall. Emma's greatest accomplishment was her honors thesis on animal-assisted activities and working in the Animal Science Genetics Lab.
Mariah Woodward is from Grand Island, Nebraska, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Mariah will be moving to Nashville, Tennessee. Her greatest accomplishment was encouraging Dr. Lewis and Dr. Peterson to bring donuts for the entire breeding and genetics class final. They did.
Miranda Wordkemper is from Indianola, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Animal Science. Miranda plans to attend veterinary school at UNL as part of the 2+2 program with Iowa State University and later practice mixed animal medicine. Miranda's greatest accomplishment was tutoring and assisting peers to become successful, refining her leadership skills, serving the community, and participating in research. Congratulations to all of our students receiving a degree in animal science.
We will next recognize a student receiving a degree in applied science, and Dr. Tiffany Hang-Moss will represent that area.
Jacob Burr is from Dunbar, Nebraska, and he is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Sciences. Jacob plans to work on the family farm. His greatest accomplishment was realizing what he was meant to do with his life.
Dusty Chandler is from Anselmo, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Science. Dusty plans to move back home in Custer County and continue the family farm. Dusty's greatest accomplishment was to have graduated in 4 years, feeling very prepared to start his career and progress the family farm.
Austin Kaufman is from Gering, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Science. Austin plans to pursue agriculture working at Kaufman Farms. Austin's greatest accomplishment was being the first Kaufman boy to graduate from college.
Gilbert Seck is from North Platte, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Science. Gilbert plans to apply for a research technician position at UNL's West Central Research and Extension Center. Gilbert's greatest accomplishment was being selected to serve as the undergraduate student representative for the Animal Science Academic Program Review following graduation.
Grant Euling is from Euling, Nebraska, and he is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Sciences. Grant plans to return home and assist in managing the family farming operation. Grant's greatest accomplishment was being able to realize the countless blessings that God has granted during his time here, none so obvious as the people he was surrounded with. Congratulations to all of the students receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Applied Sciences.
We will now recognize a student receiving a degree in biochemistry. Dr. Paul Black, head of the department, will greet the student.
Rebecca Anderson is from Gothenburg, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in biochemistry. Rebecca plans to research at UNMC, followed by the University of Nebraska Medical School. Rebecca's greatest accomplishment was her internship at USDA Research Center and completing her thesis, Copy Number Variation in the Porcine Genome Detected from Whole Genome Sequencing. I hope that was as good as it was long.
Jake Edelman is from Eagan, Minnesota, and he is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in biochemistry. Jake plans to start his position with Sermontics Inc. as an analyst. Jake's greatest accomplishment was learning how the good education prepares you for continued learning outside of the classroom.
Brianna Keller is from Papillion, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in biochemistry. Brianna plans to attend the University of Kansas School of Medicine. Brianna's greatest accomplishment was publishing 3 journal articles through her research lab.
Madeline Koenig is from Lincoln, Nebraska, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in biochemistry. Madeline plans to attend the University of Nebraska Medical Center to pursue a doctorate in pharmacy. Her greatest achievement was being a Chancellor Scholar and applying for coursework to research where she furthered the fruit fly as a model for study of fetal alcohol syndrome.
Connor Peterson is from White Bear Lake, Minnesota, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in biochemistry. Connor plans to attend graduate school. Connor's greatest accomplishment was presenting his research at the Nebraska Plant Breeding Symposium. Congratulations to all of our students who are receiving a degree in biochemistry.
Students from the Biological Systems Engineering Department will be greeted by Dr. David Jones, the interim department head in that department.
Joey Baum is from Valley, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanized Systems Management. Joey plans to find a job in the manufacturing industry. His greatest accomplishment is, well, graduating.
Ian Fuchman is from Creighton, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanized Systems Management. Ian plans to work for Horsepower Drainage Solutions as a field manager and salesman. Ian's greatest accomplishment was meeting lifelong friends.
Keith Grimm is from Valley, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanized Systems Management. Keith plans to obtain a career in the agriculture field or pursue his dream of opening a speed/dyno shop. Keith's greatest accomplishment throughout college was never giving up on completing his degree, even when times were looking grim.
Michaela Horn is from Weeping Water, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanized Systems Management. Michaela plans to seek full-time employment working with racehorses in Kentucky and later working on the family farm. Michaela's greatest accomplishment was making it on the Dean's List for 5 semesters.
Jacob Ricks is from Omaha, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanized Systems Management. Jacob plans to pursue graduate school and focus on water resource management and planning. Jacob's greatest accomplishment was to travel throughout the state to make an impact on Nebraska agriculture through research.
Anna Seeby is from Grand Island, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanized Systems Management. Anna plans to start her full-time position with Union Pacific in the Operations Management Training Program. Anna's greatest accomplishment was receiving the Nebraska Section ASABE Outstanding Student Recognition Award in 2017 and being involved in activities outside of school.
Colby Wilkinson is from Tilden, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanized Systems Management. Colby plans to work at Peterson Ag Systems. His greatest accomplishment was making all the connections he now has since coming to the University of Nebraska-Lincoln.
Mitchell Zobel is from Bancroft, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Mechanized Systems Management. Mitchell plans to participate in the UNL Feedlot Management Internship Program. Mitchell's greatest accomplishment was studying the culture and agriculture in New Zealand this past January. Congratulations to all of our students receiving a degree in Mechanized Systems Management.
Next, we will recognize a graduate in the Grazing Livestock Systems Program. Dr. Steve Waller, the Interim Director of the Center for Grassland Studies, will represent this area.
Austin Holiday is from Fairbury, Nebraska, and he is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Grazing Livestock Systems. Austin plans to start full-time employment. His greatest accomplishment was having a full-time job lined up before graduating. Congratulations, Austin.
We will recognize the PGA Golf Management graduates. Dr. Dan Hoosman, the Director of the PGA Golf Management Program, will greet these students.
Cassius Dinkle is from Wisner, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in PGA Golf Management. Cassius plans to move to Colorado to start at Cherry Creek Country Club in Denver, Colorado. Cassius's greatest accomplishment, besides graduating itself, is being part of the Folds of Honor Committee that raised over $7,000 for scholarships.
Nicholas St. Onge is from Wisconsin, and he is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in PGA Golf Management. Nicholas plans to be the assistant golf professional at Whistling Straits. His greatest accomplishment was serving as a student club program president this past academic year. Congratulations to the students receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in PGA Golf Management.
We will next recognize students from the Department of Entomology. Dr. Gary Brewer, head of that department, will join us to represent the Insect Science program.
Mackenzie Deal is from North Platte, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Insect Science. Mackenzie plans to seek new and challenging projects within the field of entomology. Mackenzie's greatest accomplishment was her work related to stable fly research and Salt Creek tiger beetle conservation. Congratulations to Mackenzie on her degree.
Dr. Kurt Weller, head of the Department of Food Science and Technology, will recognize students receiving a degree from that department.
Cody Brown is from Elmwood, Nebraska, and he is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Food Science and Technology. Cody plans to complete his master's degree at the University of Nebraska-Lincoln in Food Science and Technology. Cody's greatest accomplishment is that he received an assistantship to continue his studies on into the future.
Rebecca Kahn is from Crystal Lake, Illinois, and receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Food Science and Technology. Rebecca plans to work in food safety with Hormel Foods in Boulder, Colorado, while working on a master's degree. Rebecca's greatest accomplishment was being the vice president of the Food Science Club and IFT Quiz Bowl competitor.
Elliot Fuller is from Wisner, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Food Science and Technology. Elliot plans to enter the world of work as a food scientist for the dairy or fermented foods industry. Elliot's greatest accomplishment was being inducted into the National Society of Collegiate Scholars and completing his degree without any student loans.
Sarah Herzinger is from Beamer, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Food Science and Technology and a Bachelor of Science degree in Food Technology for Companion Animals. Sarah plans to work in the Product Development Lab on Innovation Campus within the Food Science and Technology Department at UNL. Sarah's greatest accomplishment was receiving the 2016-2017 Outstanding Student Leadership Award nomination. Congratulations to all of our students receiving a degree in Food Science and Technology.
We will next recognize students receiving a degree in Forensic Science. Dr. Mike Adamovich, Program Director, will welcome the students.
April Crandall is from Hastings, Nebraska, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Forensic Science. April plans to continue searching for a job in the field of forensic science. April's greatest accomplishment was being able to keep good grades while participating in extracurricular activities and volunteering.
Mallory Einfald is from West Point, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Forensic Science. Mallory plans to attend the University of New Haven in Connecticut to pursue a Master of Science in Forensic Science. Mallory's greatest accomplishment at UNL was serving faith-filled women as president of the Pi Alpha Chi sorority and learning to lead by example.
Aaron Gilbert is from Wilsonville, Oregon, and he is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Forensic Science. Aaron plans to start his employment with a police department. Aaron's greatest accomplishment was being able to continue his education while serving in the United States Army Reserves.
Kimberley Gallhofer is from Omaha, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Forensic Science. Kimberley plans to pursue employment and continue her education. Kimberley's greatest accomplishment was completing a major and double minor program while having the opportunity to do research and be a resident assistant.
Maddie Schwanke is from Hastings, Nebraska, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Forensic Science. Maddie plans to pursue a career in a federal or state forensic laboratory. Maddie's greatest accomplishment was being an FBI honors intern. Congratulations to the students receiving a degree in Forensic Science.
Our next graduate is receiving a degree in microbiology. Dr. Jim Alfano, professor in the plant pathology department, will welcome the graduate.
Emily Kalent is from Waterloo, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in microbiology. Emily plans to attend medical school at the University of Nebraska Medical Center. Emily's greatest accomplishment was being on the executive board of UNL Students Together Against Cancer. Congratulations to Emily on her degree.
Next, we'll be recognizing students receiving degrees from the School of Natural Resources. Dr. John Carroll, director of the school, will represent these degree programs.
Ann Briggs is from Gresham, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. Ann plans to start her graduate assistantship working with Dr. Burbach and the Water Leaders Academy in the School of Natural Resources. Ann's greatest accomplishment was studying abroad in Botswana.
Grace Bullington is from Kansas City, Missouri, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. Grace plans to work for the Department of Fish and Wildlife in Sacramento, California, in their Big Game Management branch. Grace's greatest accomplishment was studying abroad for a semester in Tanzania.
Elizabeth Carpino is from Lee's Summit, Missouri, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. Elizabeth plans to pursue a career in marine biology/ecotourism and attend either graduate school or a dive training career institute within the next year. Her greatest accomplishment was attending Puerto Rico Tropical Ecosystems Study Tour.
Cheryl Serco is from Elkhorn, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. Cheryl plans to work for the World Bird Sanctuary as a zoo show naturalist. Cheryl's greatest accomplishment was to be able to help with the creation of a zoo capstone course.
Autumn Dunn is from Fresno, California, and she is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Environmental Restoration Science. Autumn plans to attend graduate school at Mississippi State University for a Master's in Biological Science with an emphasis on wetland studies. Autumn's greatest accomplishment was completing her own undergraduate research project and working with her best friend Alexandra Davis to complete their wetland thesis.
Ethan Fries is from Lincoln, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. Ethan plans to work as a field technician for the Tern and Plover Conservation Partnership. Ethan's greatest accomplishment was traveling to Botswana for an education abroad course through CASNR.
Sini Garcia is from Scottsbluff, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. Sini plans to travel and live as selfless a life as possible. Sini's greatest accomplishment was traveling to Puerto Rico.
Monica Gottschall is from Columbus, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. Monica has just landed a job with the Lincoln Children's Zoo here in Lincoln. Monica's greatest accomplishment was the opportunity to go to Nambia and study conservation of wildlife while traveling around the country.
Susan Lacey is from Houston, Texas, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. Susan plans to pursue an internship or entry-level job in an animal conservation field. Susan's greatest accomplishment was going to Botswana for a 3-week as the experience showed her what she wants to do with her career.
Erika Lundy is from Bellevue, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. Erika plans to seek full-time employment. Erika's greatest accomplishment was studying tropical ecosystems in Puerto Rico.
Lena Peterson is from Lincoln, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. Lena plans to work in urban homestead practicing while she's exploring options as a conservation biologist. Lena's greatest accomplishment was completing 6 weeks of intensive classes and a wildlife field technics lab session at Cedar Point Biological Station in western Nebraska.
James Rutledge is from Dallas, Texas, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. James plans to pursue a career in wildlife management with Texas Parks and Wildlife. James's greatest accomplishment was traveling to Cedar Point over fall break with Larkin Powell's Wildlife Management Techniques course.
Azure Stuart Williams is from Kearney, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife. She is employed at ProSite Pest Control in Washington State. Azure's greatest accomplishment was making close friends while in school. Congratulations to the students receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in Fisheries and Wildlife.
Finally, we will recognize our graduates in veterinary science. Dr. Clayton Kelling, Director of the School of Veterinary Medicine and Biomedical Sciences, will be representing this degree program.
Kate Rawlinson is from Lincoln, Nebraska, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in veterinary science. Kate plans to attend vet school at the Iowa State University UNL program. Kate's greatest accomplishment was completing her honors thesis, coaching for and winning a national title in 4-H and dressage events.
Brianna Stafford is from Brandon, South Dakota, and is receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in veterinarian science. Brianna plans to enter veterinary forensic science master's program through the University of Florida. Her greatest accomplishment was making the Dean's List. Congratulations to the students receiving a Bachelor of Science degree in veterinary science.
Congratulations to all of those of you that are graduating. It's a great accomplishment, and I'm sure you appreciate that you are going out for a great phase of your life to tackle many great challenges and to represent us and to represent yourself very well. Let's give them one more round of applause. It is now my honor to turn the podium over to Alyssa Dorr, Vice President of the CASNR Alumni Association. There she is.
It's right here. Good afternoon. My name is Alyssa Dorr, and I'm the current Vice President of the CASNR Alumni Association. On behalf of the entire board and the association, I want to congratulate and welcome each of you to the CASNR alumni family. It is our pleasure to honor and celebrate your accomplishments on this day. The mission of the CASNR Alumni Association is simple: to cultivate and enhance the CASNR network, including alumni and their families, prospective and current students, and of course, friends and supporters of the college. We do several events throughout the year to promote our mission. Helping recognize each of you is just one of the activities I get to be a part of through our group. The CASNR Alumni Association also raises and provides scholarship funding for CASNR students. I am extremely proud to be part of an organization that has contributed over $52,000 in scholarships to CASNR students. Commencement signifies the beginning of lifelong learning. There is no better way to stay engaged and remain current in a chosen discipline than by networking through the college's Alumni Association. We hope that you will stay connected. It is the best way to add value to your investment you have all made in your education and in your future. From your CASNR Alumni Association, congratulations. You are well prepared for the challenges and adventures that lie ahead, and we wish you the very best in your future endeavors. Thank you.
Thank you, Alyssa. I think that we would all agree that as a society, we will face some challenges in the years to come, including the grand challenges of feeding a growing population, addressing climate change, preserving our natural resources for future generations, and finding cures to human diseases, just to mention a few. Some are pessimistic about the future because they're uncertain about how we will deal with these challenges. I, on the other hand, I'm optimistic and I'm excited, and that is because I'm betting on these graduates and their peers. They will be the problem solvers, they will be the discoverers, they will be the difference makers that will go on to develop the solutions to these challenges and make discoveries that will benefit our entire society as a whole. I think it's also reassuring to know that the land grant system, which created the University of Nebraska in 1869, is still relevant today to our youth, to our state, and to the world. In closing, I would like to congratulate the graduates. We are very proud of you and excited to hear about what's next in your life. Also, a very special thank you to the family and friends of the graduates for your support. And then finally, as a fellow graduate of CASNR, I welcome you to our alumni. Before concluding our celebration today, we have a few announcements and thank yous. First, Greg Nathan with University Communications has been taking photos of our graduates today. These individual photos, as well as the class photo, will be available via the college website after June 1st. As you can imagine, this event would not be possible without the contributions of many. The Vice Chancellor's Office, the CASNR Alumni Association, Meg Kester, Director of Alumni Relations, the Bob Devaney Sports Center team, INR Media team, Greg Nathan with University Communications, Bryce Duquette and Spencer Hartman for their emceeing of our graduates, Sue Ellen Pegg, Julie Obermeyer, and the rest of the CASNR Dean's Office team, the CASNR Student Ambassadors, and finally, all of our INR unit leaders, faculty, and staff. Please join me in giving them a round of applause. Finally, you are all invited to tomorrow's senior send-off, which we will be hosting at the Club Lounge of the Pinnacle Bank Arena. This event will take place between 7:30 and 9 a.m. We hope that you will be able to join us for coffee and rolls before the graduation ceremony. Graduates, we will be taking a group photo immediately following the ceremony. So please remain seated until the ushers guide you to the photo area. Once the photo is done, we will be happy to have you join your family and the other members of your friends that are here to join you in this celebration. So again, congratulations to our graduates. Thank you to the family and friends. And again, thank you to all of our faculty, staff that are here supporting our students today. So this concludes our ceremony. Thank you.